Hi, today we'll be working on my Sega Dreamcast. This is PAL VA1 revision. Um, Everything works, this is perfectly working device, but I'll be installing GDEmu. I'll be installing dummy load for the power supply, and I'll explain why later. The plan was to install the fan mod. Unfortunately, 3D printed part did not arrive on time, so I'll do it some other time. I'd also love to install DC Digital, which is the native digital HDMI output, video output, but unfortunately these devices are rather expensive and I don't think I can afford one. So we'll focus on GDEmu and this dummy power supply load. Let's see how it goes. So to take this apart, first thing you need to do is to remove the modem. You just press on this tab here and it will come out. Then there's 4 screws, 1, 2, 3 and 4. These are just Phillips screws, so just go ahead and remove those. And once they are removed, this top part will just come off. So I'll put it aside and just quick look at the power supply if we have any. By the way, be careful with power supplies. They can hold charge essentially on these big capacitors, so yeah, don't touch it if you don't have to. I'll just have a quick look if there's any issues with the caps. No, this seems to be okay. By the way, if you're worried about the power supply, just power it up and it should discharge these caps. But anyway, just be careful. So next step is to remove the drive. And there's 3 screws right here. One is right here and last one is right here. So I'll go ahead and remove those. Actually, sorry, there's one, this one, not this one. So this one, and one right here. Okay. So all the screws are removed and the drive should come off. Just wiggle it out. It'll just pop out. Just pull on this side, on the base, not on this. These are separate parts, so don't pull this out. Use this. Again, we'll put it aside. This is perfectly fine and working drive. So, and that's pretty much it. So to install GDEmu, you can install it as is. So just place it in here, push it in the connector, and that's essentially done. But you will have hard time changing SD cards. So get some form of 3D printed bracket. I have one of these. I bought it a while ago on eBay. I'm slightly worried that this came like this, and there's worried if this tracks here will be okay, but yeah, we'll see. So again, get one of these, and there's there should be manual somewhere, but I think it just goes. So I'll just put GDEmu here that way. So again, you will probably have different version of this. There's many designs. So GDEmu goes right there. I'll put the screws right here, but first I need to insert the SD This is extender, SD card extender or whatever it's called. So I'll stick it in here. Let me just move this away. So again, the SD card extender goes right there, and this goes. It's not the best design, apparently. No, it's actually going that way. Sorry, as I said, there is a manual somewhere, but so I'll try and push it in right there, something like this, maybe. Yeah, that should work. But there's one more thing that I need to stick in there. Yeah, there's this part. I'm not sure what this is. This standoff. Don't know what's that for. But anyway, so it goes like that. Yeah. This is way too long, by the way, but can't do anything about it. So that should hopefully fit. Okay, so I put the screws in here. Okay, so the button clicks. Now I need to figure out how this goes. I think it goes like that. Okay, I think the standoff is for this mounting point there. So what we'll do, put it there, and there is actually a long screw provided with this, which is nice. And then not like that, obviously. Sorry. Yeah, I've never done that, so it's my first time. And as I said, this manual in the form of one page is gone. So this goes there like that. Okay, and then again push the GDEmu in. So I'll secure it with this so that I don't lose it. And I think that's it. I hope this is the way it goes, because there are... Oh, there is one more mounting point right here. So, not sure which screw goes in there. I think it might be this one, actually. No, I don't think it's this one. I think it's just the small one. Okay, so that's done. So it was this screw and this one here, and that's all. I don't see any other screw this small one, I have no idea what's this for. Yeah, it seems to sit there nicely. I'll just grab the top cover and see if it fits. So and that's essentially done. But the problem is the power supply here is designed to work, to have some load, and that load comes from 12-volt drive, which is no longer here. So this, I think it's this one, this transistor here, this is power transistor, will get extremely hot. Well, not extremely, but very, very hot. So to prevent that, we'll just put some dummy load. These are 3 resistors, 3 1K ohms resistors. These are 0.4 watts each, quarter watt, so 250 milliwatts will work as well. But just to be safe, 0.4 each one. I think when it's connected, there will be like 150 milliwatts on each, so 250 should work fine. Just to be safe, I put the 0.4. And you just connect it to ground and 12 volts line. So right here, first and third slots here, or pins, or whatever you call it. So now you can these go in parallel essentially to kind of spread the load. Normally, well, you can just take them and put them directly into this slot. But what I will do, I'll just put this kind of board, which I made, right here, so that they are close to the fan, and they will get nice cooling. So, and then these are obviously too long. I'll just cut them off and put them in here. I'll probably solder them to these pins. Yeah, I'll probably do that. Okay, so this is now done. I secured it on a double-sided tape, so it's insulated from the ground here. This is soldered in to this connector. Technically, I could probably do some sort of a plug or something, but it will stay here. It'll be here forever. And now, there's another way of preventing this power supply from overheating, which is to remove this power transistor and the small resistor, which is, I think, on the other side, maybe on this side. Yeah, so another option is to remove that. But that way, doing it that way, I would remove 12 volts completely from the system. And the problem with that is I'm in PAL region in Europe, and I like to be able to use SCART cable. Unfortunately, 12 volts is required for the SCART cable to work. So unfortunately, I can't get rid of this. If you're in US, or if you don't ever need SCART, you can safely remove that. It's probably better option, better than this dummy load. But as I said, I want to be able to use SCART. So I need to leave 12 volts on the board. So that's it. Again, my plan was to install a fan, Noctua fan. Unfortunately, as I said, I don't have the part, the 3D printed bracket, so I won't be able to do that, at least not in this video. So for now, that's all. I'll just put it back, and just make sure this works. Clicks, it does. I'll put it back and I'll test it, and we'll see if it works. Now, one thing, obviously, this is not original GDEmu. I'd love to buy original one, but I couldn't do that. There's some like pre-orders or something. I don't know. So I bought that Chinese fake. I'm not sure which version is it. It said like 5.5 or something. But anyway, Chinese knockoff. Hopefully it will work. If I have a chance to buy original one, I'll be happy to get that. Again, I'd love to get DC Digital for this, but they are expensive, like 200 euro or something, which I can't afford. I can't justify getting one for the Dreamcast. I don't use Dreamcast too much. I mainly use it to play Crazy Taxi. Just that's all. But yeah, very nice system. So I'll put it back and we'll see if the GDEmu works. Okay, so everything's put back together. The SD card is obviously inside there. I have my controller connected. Let me power this thing on. Let me just bring the screen there. So let's power it up and see what happens. So the GDEmu is booting up. Crazy Taxi there. By the way, sorry, I own the game. So let's try and boot it up. Okay, I don't have VMU obviously installed. Well, I have one, but it's not in this controller. Yeah, it works. So, yeah, this is fairly easy mode. GDEmu works perfectly fine. It's very nice device, to be honest, from what I've heard and as far as I can see already. So I have a few games that I can put on this. Yeah, I'll just clean this console and just bring it back. So I'll just clean the console, needs some cleaning, but apart from that, it works perfectly fine. Again, this thing will help with the noise, as you can probably hear. Yeah, it's very noisy, but I'll have to do it later when I have the bracket. Okay, so that's all for today. Please like and subscribe. I'll have some more videos in next few weeks. Thank you.